Man, you ever cross paths with someone so ridiculously entitled it feels like a glitch in the Matrix? That was me this morning. Picture this. Jam-packed tube station. Wind slicing right through my clothes, and there's this guy just chilling across 4 seats, surrounded by his little kingdom of shopping bags. Honestly, it was like watching a live-action version of Don't You Know Who I Am? He had 5 bags, each on their own throne. Dude looked like he was waiting for a personal butler. Not the 742 to Liverpool Street. But here's the sweet bit karma. She's got a day pass, and she punched in right on time. I got a front row seat to his downfall. Couldn't have planned it better. If you've ever had to deal with these public space is actually my living room types, you get me. Smash that like button or just mentally high-five me. 'Cause this is the story of how one guy's seat-hoarding ways got served a big OL, helping of poetic justice. So it's a Monday. One of those London mornings where the sky's basically a Tupperware lid. Everything's cold and slightly damp, and everyone's moving like they're wading through porridge. The place is buzzing. People glued to their phones, breath fogging up, coffee cups clutched like talismans against the misery. Next train? Running late, obviously. 12 minutes, which in commuter speak is basically forever. Then hope. An empty bench for glorious seats. For a second, I thought I'd won the lottery. But nah, fate hates me. As I get closer, there he is, middle-aged, draped in a coat, so fancy it probably needs its own passport. Legs elegantly crossed, scrolling through his phone like the king of no, you can't sit here. Next to him, a fortress of bags. Not dumped on the floor. Oh no. Each bag perfectly, artfully placed, like a still life painting but way more annoying. I try to be reasonable. Excuse me. Polite. British. Practically apologizing for existing. Not even a twitch. Either he's deaf, doesn't speak human, or he's just so deep in his own world, he can't hear common decency knocking. Meanwhile, the crowd's building. Student with headphones, mom with a pram, old guy with a cane. We're all orbiting his precious bubble, like planets around some jerk-shaped sun. Politeness died a cold, quiet death that morning. I stood there, fingers going numb, just stewing in the shared irritation of a dozen strangers. He kept scrolling, adjusted his bags like he was tucking them in for a nap. I mean, come on. Finally, the train shows up. Everyone surges forward. You know that desperate, slightly feral rush for seats? Mr. Bags for Seats finally stands, collecting his precious cargo with the urgency of someone who's never had to share before. He's all elbows and bags and out of my way, peasants. And here's where it gets good. He moves, I move. No drama, no scene. Just spam. I sit down in the only seat he could have grabbed. The timing? Chef's kiss. It felt like snagging the last slice of pizza at a party. His face did this wild little dance. Shock, then outrage, then the slow, dawning realization that maybe, just maybe, the universe doesn't only revolve around him. I gave him the tiniest smile. Not mean just, choices, my dude. The rest of the seats filled up in a heartbeat. Mom, student, business guy. Everyone swooped in like hungry pigeons. Doors shut, train lurch, and the guy, still standing, surrounded by his own bags, looking like someone stole his crown. Best commute I've had in ages. He stood, 5 bags under his arms. He balanced like a man carrying the weight of his own priorities. At the first stop, people shuffled, a seat opened, and he reached for it. But now the seat was taken. At the next stop, same thing. The minutes bled into each other. The train's rhythm, a lurch, a hiss, the metallic groan, kept him in place. Each station added another layer to his discomfort. The warm blood drained from his face, replaced by a slowly accumulating flush of irritation. He stood there, 5 bags jammed under his arms, looking like a circus act no one paid to see. I swear, the dude was basically Jenga together by sheer willpower, and I dunno, pure stubbornness? First stop, a seat pops open. He lunges, but nope, someone else snags it. He looks personally offended, like the universe skipped his turn. Next stop, same deal. Minutes just melted together, train groaning along, all metallic and dramatic, while this guy's irritation simmer hotter every time the doors hissed open. I watched in the window. Well, not him exactly, but his reflection. You could read his whole internal drama right there. Pissed off, scheming. Maybe he tries sweet-talking somebody into pity. Then just kind of deflated. That last look, the one where he realized, well, crap, guess I'm standing. I'm not gonna lie, it was almost entertaining. There's a special flavor of humiliation only public transit can deliver. Everyone else saw it, too, but big shocker. Nobody said a word. That's the thing about being packed together with strangers. There's an invisible rule book, and when someone tries to rewrite it, we all pretend not to care, but man, we notice. Here's the twist. I was the one who took his seat. Did it ruin his life? Hardly, but it did tip the scales just a bit back toward fair. 45 minutes later, yeah, that long, I finally got to my stop. Stretched like a guy who just won a small, silent battle, jacket half-tucked, ready to face the wet city. He was still standing, bags cutting into his shoulder, face red with that brand of frustration that, honestly, just looks like karma with a side of grumpy. Did I gloat? Nah. No monologue, no viral video, none of that. I just left him to marinate in his own choices. Sometimes, revenge isn't this epic movie-style showdown. Sometimes it's just, hey, you blocked the seats and now you stand. Not mean, just physics, almost walking out into the drizzle. I felt this weird, cozy sort of justice. Like, yeah, it's the tiniest thing, but maybe if more people just, I don't know, nudge back against entitlement, the world would be a little less annoying, a little fairer. Maybe next ride, Bagman will look around before building his little barricade. Or maybe not. Either way, I'm good with it. If you're grinning, hit that like button and seriously, drop your best instant karma story in the comments. I want to hear Sometimes the world gives you poetic justice in 45 minutes flat, and all you have to do is sit down,